All right, so Ashley, let's get started.
All righty, here we go. First question is from Oshin. He actually has 4 questions today. First question is, as commercial real estate, office, apartment building loans from low interest only rates are coming due, are these assets going to be hit on their pricing? How will this affect QSR valuations?
Okay, so you all know that interest rates have been very low. And a lot of people acquired properties on low interest rates, and they had like teaser rates and interest only, and then everything will get amortized 2-3 years later. And now all this is coming due and is starting to get amortized, and it's hurting them. Those who have not been able to increase the cash flow or finish their projects and all this, with the increase in interest rates, so the payment now is higher. Now it has the principal and the interest. A lot of these people are not able to make it happen. However, they do have equity. So the interesting news is, let them deal with their problems. The question here is, how will it affect the QSR valuation? QSR is the quick service restaurant. So Oshin is talking about the single tenant buildings, the standalone that have these single tenants that are usually quick service restaurants like a Jack in the Box, a McDonald's, etc. How would it affect? Well, it should make the quick service restaurants less expensive, because then, you know, people should be going to these buildings and buying them when they're vacant. Is going to be, you know, higher cost to get a loan, etc. So they should come down in price. But because when you get these tenants that have corporate guarantees, it's considered lower risk. What's happening is, since COVID time, there has been bigger demand for these. So even when they sit vacant, we have to make a little effort and show them that we're going to move rather quick. We're going to do the inspections in 45 days, close 15 days after. We're moving all cash, faster, etc. That's how we're able to acquire them. But there is what's called flight to safety, which we talked about before, which is people prefer to just get a building that's going to acquire income. And that income is everything, because I want to take a moment and tell you, you may want to write this down. Real estate is 3 things, okay? You have a home, so a residential that you own, live in, and you use personally. So that's one type, residential for personal use. The second type is commercial for business use. So you want to operate your business, you buy an office space or you buy a commercial retail building, and then you actually operate your own business there. So you can either own a residential and live in it, own a commercial and live in it, or the third type is you're just investing. Whether you're going to invest in a residential and rent it, or invest in commercial and rent it. And the key thing to understand is each one has certain criteria. If you're going to buy one to live in it, you want the enjoyment, you want the safety, you want the quiet, you want certain things to be able to say, this is where I want to live. If you're going to conduct business in a building, it depends on your business. You may want certain traffic, you may want certain layout, you may want certain locations, etc. Proximity to something else that you maybe cooperate with in business. So, but when it comes to investing, the most important thing, in my opinion at least, is the actual cash flow. So you can buy a building that's occupied by Section 8, where it may not be the top location, but the government is making the payments, so you have the good cash flow. Or you may get something that's like a state-of-the-art Class A office building, and you're getting very good cash flow because you got American Express, Citigroup, you got a, you know, Wells Fargo downstairs, etc. So the key thing in the world of investing is cash flow. The easiest cash flow with the least amount of hassle is the standalone buildings where a tenant comes in, says, I want to sign a 10, 15, sometimes even 20 year. They usually no more than 15, then they have options 5 and 5 to renew. But they give us the corporate guarantee, the triple net, and all this. So if you are so afraid of the market, get that type of asset. Even if you get 6% or 7% or 5.5% only, that is an asset that has a corporate guarantee and you don't have to do much to do it.